In the land of Gravendale, the sun seldom broke through the thick, gray clouds that hung low over the jagged mountains and deep, dark mines. This was a Gothic place, where towering spires and ancient castles loomed over small villages, and the people wore the weight of the land's harshness on their faces. The wind carried whispers through the twisted trees and over the cobblestone streets, adding to the mystique of a realm that seemed suspended in eternal twilight. Recently, the crown of Gravendale had found a new head to rest upon: King Alistair, a young man with more goodwill than wisdom. His coronation was marked not by joy, but by a cautious silence. He was a king who wanted to heal his kingdom, but his youth and inexperience were evident. The advisors and counselors around him filled the halls of the royal court with sweet words that hid their sharp intentions. They saw in him not a leader to serve but a puppet to control, guiding his decisions to line their pockets while the gap between the rich and the poor deepened like the mines that carved out the heart of Gravendale. The unrest among the people grew with each passing day. The miners, who delved into the earth to extract its riches, grumbled louder in their dark tunnels. Their work was grueling and dangerous, yet the fruits of their labor seemed only to adorn the necks and fingers of the wealthy. In the shadowed corners of taverns and upon the worn benches of old churches, their voices began to merge, a chorus of discontent that could no longer be ignored. Amidst this brewing storm, whispered rumors spoke of the Midnight Society. This legendary group was shrouded in mystery, known only to a few. They were alchemists, masters of a forbidden art, turning worthless metals into pure gold through ancient and arcane processes. Yet, their gold was not just a symbol of wealth but of power. It flowed through Gravendale like a hidden vein, influencing markets and corrupting leaders who hungered for its gleam. The Midnight Society worked from the shadows, their identities a closely guarded secret. Even as they empowered the kingdom's elite, they remained elusive, specters in the night that no law could touch. But with their leader, Alaric, recently deceased under mysterious circumstances, uncertainty began to cloud their future. The balance of power was shifting, and all of Gravendale felt the tremors of the change to come. As night fell on a particularly bleak evening, the people of Gravendale retreated to their homes, the doors creaking shut and the last light from the tavern windows flickering out. In the royal palace, King Alistair looked out over his kingdom, his heart heavy with the burden of his crown. He knew the challenges ahead were many, but he also knew he must find a way to bridge the chasm that divided his people. Deep in the shadows, members of the Midnight Society gathered, their secret meeting illuminated only by the dim glow of flickering candles. The long shadows cast on the ancient stone walls shifted nervously as they whispered urgently among themselves. With their leader, Alaric, mysteriously murdered, paranoia crept in. They pondered who among the realm could be bold enough to strike at the heart of their secretive circle, destabilizing their control. The room buzzed with theories and suspicions, as they scrambled not only to find Alaric's killer, but also to defend themselves against an unknown enemy who had already reached out from the darkness to touch them.